Alright, so let's continue our journey in Roblox coding. So not today, in this video, we're going to explore the client server communication between, yeah, in Roblox. So, let's begin. So, for sake of speed, use in server script service, right? Player stats give people a starting amount of gold. Uh, Server script service. Okay, so in the server script server service stats leaderboard. Okay, so leaderboard player stats. Right. So yeah. Okay. So we have rocks. We have value. Yeah. We'll do another one. Yeah. We have rocks. So here we will have gold, and we will start with 10. Okay. So let's see. Yeah, see, our player has 10 here. If we use the two multiple player setup, come up. Okay, so we have player one here and then player two. Okay, so yeah, we have gold here. We have both of the players have gold, and that is what we are expecting. Right, so stop this. Okay, so let's continue. And replicated storage. Okay, so here in replicated storage, add a new remote function instance named check purchase. Okay, remote function, this one here, and named, let's rename it to check purchase. Check purchase, right? Add a remote function named check purchase, right? And step three is in server storage, add a new folder named shop items. Shop items. Okay. Shop items and the server storage. Okay. Server storage, replicated storage. We added here a what's this? Remote function. Okay, and the remote function here. And then shop items here. Okay. In shop items, add a folder name. Okay, so we're going to add another folder. We're going to name this 3 logs. Okay, and add the 3 attributes shown on the right. Okay, so 3 logs here. So and the properties are archivable. Number to give. Where is that? Oh yeah, so we're going to add 3 attributes. Number to give, and this is going to be a number, I believe. Then we're going to put 3, then add price, still a number, price is 10, and then add a new one, stat name, string is log x, so we just name it log x. Okay, I think this is fine, just kill the logs because we already have logs here. This, I think that is where it's going to get it. Okay, so in starter GUI mode, no, in the starter GUI, so starter GUI here, add a new screen GUI named shop. Okay, so you can add more screen GUI. So screen GUI, the screen GUI we're going to name is as shop GUI. Okay, add in the shop GUI add text box. Text button named by 3 logs. Okay, by 3 logs. See here. Okay, I think I can just put it here. Right. So to move the GUIs around, you can select the GUIs object. Right? Select by 3 logs and add attribute. Right. So we're going to add an attribute as shown here. Right. So purchase type. Purchase type is 3 logs. String value is 3 logs. Okay, then local script. So that is in the starter GUI by 3 logs. Okay, local scripts of GUI buttons need to be a direct child of the button they affect. Okay. In the local script, you set up the code to invoke the server and tell the person if their purchase was successful or if they need more gold. Okay, and buy 3 logs button. Okay, so in the buy 3 logs button, add a local script. Local script give the information you need for the remote function. Check purchase. Okay, so local replicated storage is equals to game get service replicated service or replicated storage, and then local check purchase is equals to replicated storage wait for child check purchase. Okay, so replicated storage, it automatically detects this check purchase. Okay, for the button you need to get the purchase type attribute. So local button is equals script dot parent. So the scripted parent, which is this one, the button, and then local purchase type button get attribute. We need to have this implemented, this concept implemented in our Angular projects, right? Like you can add attribute and then dynamically, and then you can make use of it. Alright, so next is use the purchase type to create and assign default text for the button and set up and then set up a cooldown for how long the button will be deactivated between purchases. So local default text is equals by then purchase type button dot text is equals default text local cool down equals 2.0. So this is the local script of this button. It first checks the replicated storage. The this is a local. It can access the replicated storage. It will check the check purchase remote function. Then for the button, it will get the purchase type. Okay, so the attribute of this one, maybe it's going to add more button. So for this, the purchase type is 3 logs. So the default text is the button text. So you put a 3 logs here, and then it will be the text of this button. Oh no, the default by 3 logs is the text of that button. Okay, so next is make sure to assign default property values. So create a new function to be called when the button is activated. So we're going to create a new function, local function onButton activated, and then end. Right, so for the button that dot activated connect onButton activated. So create a variable to invoke the server to send the purchase type. Create a variable to invoke the server to send the purchase type and hold the return purchase confirmation. Alright, so let's do that. We'll call confirmation text. Right, confirmation text is equals to check purchase invoke server purchase type. Okay, so invoke server. Do we have a script already in the server script side? I think we don't have yet. So let's invoke 3 logs later. Invoke server purchase type is 3 logs. Yeah, this one here, 3 logs. And then display the confirmation text while displaying disabling the button, and then return the button to normal. Okay, let's do that. Button.text is equals to confirmation text. Okay, and then what is this? Confirmation text, check purchase, invoke server. Yeah. It's close, right? Next is button dot selectable is equals to false. So this is disabled, and then wait for the cooldown, and then after the cooldown you can then change the text back to the default text, then button dot selectable is equals to true again. And yeah, So that is for the starter UI. So it will display first by 3 logs, then it will check 3 logs in the server. Yeah, storage. Yeah, so server storage. This is the 3 logs, and then this 3 logs folder has this attribute. Right. So next is the server side script. Right. The server side is where is it's how long is this? And the server side is where you want to do all the heavy lifting of checking and updating stats. Once the client sends over what the user wants to purchase, the server checks whether the user has enough gold. If they do, the purchase will be made and the button text will say purchase successful. If they don't have enough gold, then the server will send back a message saying not enough gold. Alright, so in the server side script, server script service, add a script, right? Server script service, going to add a script. So the script, right? Think about what your script needs to do and make the references you think it will need. Right? Compare your work to the following snippet. Okay, so first we're going to local replicated storage is equals to game get service replicated storage, then local players is equals to game get service players, then local server storage is equals to game get service server storage, then local check purchase is equals to replicated storage wait for child check purchase. So that is the remote function, and then local shop items is equals to server storage dot shop items. Okay, create a function name confirm purchase with parameters to pass and players and purchase type. Bind confirm purchase to the remote function. Alright, so local function confirmed purchases player purchase type. Right, so check purchase on server invoke confirm purchase. Confirm purchase. Yeah, only one. Confirm purchase. Confirm purchase. Alright. Inside of confirm purchase, get how much gold the person has. So you're going to local leader stat stats equals to player dot leader stats, then local current gold is equals to leader stats find first child gold. So in our leader stats we're going to find a gold. So let's go back to our which script set this one, this script. Current code. So use the past in purchase type to find the item they want to buy. Okay, use the past in purchase type To find the item we want to buy, get the resource stat that will be updated on the leaderboard, the item's price, and how many of the resources will be received. Okay, so the current gold, local, purchase type is equals to shop items dot find first child purchase type, right? So the purchase type here is 3 logs, and the shop item, so the shop item is here, shop items purchase log. So it's going to get the purchase type. So there are other ways how to do this in the future, but we're just following this because yeah, we wanted to know first the mechanism of this world. Right, but there are more professional way to do this. So stay tuned, guys. Purchase type, get attribute, then stat name. Why is it stat name? Leaderboard, resource stat, leaderboard first. Purchase type dot get attribute stat name. Huh? Stat name. So this one, this is yeah, stat name is logs. So logs, do we have logs here in our leaderboard? Logs, yeah, we have logs. Okay, script, go back to the script. Right, so price, local, price is equals purchase type, get attribute, price. Right, so yeah, so remember purchase type is from the shop items, which is this one, and local number to give is equals to purchase type get attribute number to give. Right, so what we just did here is to get the price and the number to give. So here price, number to give, the stat name. So logs, we'll get it from the leaderboard. So this is the logs, this is price, and we get the number. Okay, so check your work. Set up a variable for you should have 4 variables here. Nothing. Notice how purchase type get attribute stat name is passed into shop items find first child. Set up a variable for the server message that will be sent back once everything is checked. So, and for purchase number, okay, so local server message is equals nil, then return server message. Right, so set undermined values to nil, undetermined values to nil. And the scope, the value of server message will be determined in the next step rather than just leaving the variable without a value for now. Set it to nil so it's clear that a value was not mistakenly left out. Set up conditions to check how much gold the person has and whether they can buy the item depending on the results. Send back an appropriate message to the client and update the leaderboard. Here's the completed script. Right, so here, if current gold dot value greater than price, then and else, put an else if here, and then an else. Okay, so if current gold dot value is greater than the price, current gold dot value minus price, resource stat dot value plus equals number to give. Then server message equals purchase successful, right? Else if current gold dot value is lesser than the price, then server message is equals to not enough gold. Else server message is equals to didn't find necessary info. Okay, so let's review. Okay, so we check the leaderboard, and then from the leaderboard we check what is our current gold, our player's current gold, and then in the shop items in here in the server storage. Shop items is from the server storage shop items. Find the purchase type. So the purchase type that we're going to pass here is the 3 logs, which is this one. And yeah, so we invoke that 3 logs from here. We invoke purchase type here. Purchase type is a purchase type of this button. This button has 3 logs. So the button we invoke, then the purchase type. When this started, it will pass the purchase type here, 3 logs, and when we activate that button, we pass this to the server, and then in the server, this is when invoked. This is going to trigger or invoke this function. Then the purchase type is here. So 3 logs. This is a for purchase type 3 logs. Get its price, and give its number to give. So in this 3 logs, the price is 10 and the number to give is 3. So we're going to reduce, for example, in our stats we have 5. So if the gold is 10, which is the one, so for example here the current gold is already 10. So if the current gold is greater than or equal the price, so the price here is 10 and the current gold of the player is 10, then it will fall into this logic here. So the current gold value, wait, what is this value? The current gold value, which is 10, if the player's current value is 10 minus the price, it will be 0. So the current gold dot value will now be 0, and the resource stat, which is what is this stat name? Okay, we're lost. All right, find the first job. Blah, 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 blah. Stat name is logs. Okay, so the logs value will get added. So you're going to buy 3 logs. Okay, so the resource, if your resource is currently 0, it will now have 3 because yeah, your resource type will increase by 3 once your current gold's 10. Yeah, so this one here is a validation 10. It needs to have 10. The purchase type, the, the price of the item that you're going to purchase, and if your current gold is 10, it falls into this logic here. So your current gold will now be minus the price, which is 10, and your current gold will now be 0, and then but your resource type, your logs, will now increase by 3, and then the purchase is will be successful. Yeah, I think that's it. Okay, so let's try. So as you can see here, we have 10 gold and our logs is 0. So if we buy 3 logs, what happened? Value is not a valid member of logs. What is this? Value is not a valid member of logs. Hey, where is this? Okay, can we clear this? Yeah, clear. Okay, let's do this again. Okay, confirm purchase. Invoke server purchase type. Purchase type is button attribute. Button purchase type is 3 logs. 3 logs. Is there any value here? Alright. So it's going to invoke the server. Yeah, maybe this one. Boop. Right. Again. Okay, so 10 should be 3 now. See? It deducts 10 and then adds 3 here. So we successfully um, demoed what is how the client and server communicates with each other using the remote function. Alright, so that's it. Here, shop, we created a button, and the button will have a script. And when you click the script, it will invoke the server side. And by invoking the server side, so it should be here, maybe here should be shop script. So the server side, check purchase. It's going to, when this is invoked, invoke. Alright, so hold on. Here we invoke check purchase. This is the remote function. Check purchase remote function. And here, yeah, so this is still the remote function if the remote function is invoked. So this one doesn't have anything. It's just like a buffer. It's like you invoke this, um, something from the server will be invoked, and the server can return a a value here. So it returns a value, and in your script, this is the return value here, and that's it. And the server side here controls the UI. Server side scripting controls the UI by no the stats here. Yeah, the resource and the value of the current the gold. You can do that directly. Okay, you get it. So you and then you can change it directly. Okay. So for example, what are the other thing here that we can? So rock. I think we can just straight change the rock, right? So for example, rock here, current rock, then current rock is equals to 100. So will it automatically set to 100? Yeah, how did it change? Rock. I think it's rocks, right? Leaderboard. Rock. Yeah, rock. Letter stats. Rock. Stand. Rock that value. It's 100. Oh no, still. Oh yeah, 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 yeah. Hold on. 100, right? So you can automatically set it. Alright, cool. I think that's it. Thanks. We are now entering the half of the book. So we still have half of the book. But yeah, I think we're good. Thanks. Bye.